Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is BNSF6951, a Vinny Vid Productions video. Hi, I'm Vinny and I will be your host. This is a model railroad channel, so if you enjoy watching scratch builds, layout updates, and rail fatting, and lots of other stuff that pertains to model railroading, this is the channel for you. So if you like what you see, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And after you hit that subscribe button, don't forget to hit that bell. That'll give you a notification of anytime I do a video or live stream. Anyhow, I'm going to ask you guys to do one more thing, and that is to give me the thumbs up. That will help my analytics with YouTube. I hope you enjoyed the video, so let's get going. First, a word from my sponsors. This Vinny Vid production brought to you by Yankee Dabbler. For all your model railroad needs, check out Yankee Dabbler. Don't forget, 7% discount with BNSF 6951. And by Highways and Byways, awesome street graphics for your roads and streets on your model railroad layout. If you guys are looking for sophisticated model railroad electronics, Logic Rail Technology has what you need. For a 5% discount on certain items, use code BNSF 6951. Alright guys, now it's time for the next step on your layout. Trees. I have been dealing with Bob for 7 years now, and he does excellent work on his trees. So if you need some trees on your layout, check out Long Shadow's Trees. Tell him the cuz sent you. Happy Friday, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hope you all had a good week. Tonight's show should be interesting, I hope. I'm going to show you how we're going to start get ready for part 5 of my major cleanup. Anyhow, let me say hello to a few people here. We got Steve from Wigwag, and we got Marky Saunders, and who else do we have? Ralph Greenwood, Ethan Armitage, Chasco. Glad you all can make it in here tonight. John Skullkill, how's it going, buddy? Glad you can make it in tonight. Ronald Walters, how's it going, bud? Ron Mullen, glad you can make it in tonight. Hey, thanks for watching one of my older videos, bud. I appreciate that. You and Mr. Joe Rader. Let's see who else we got here. Dave BNSF Enskill, how's it going, buddy? How's it up there in Wisconsin? You getting snow yet? Let's see who else we got. Dave DES, how's it going, bud? Ian Lehigh River Valley, how's it going, my friend? Wow, I keep saying that wrong. Lehigh River Subdivision. Sorry, Ian. Ralph Greenwood, I said hello to you. Thanks for posting that up there for me, Ralph. I appreciate that, buddy. And who else? Here we got everybody. John Tanzillo, how's it going? Digger Evans, Kevin Strange GLE, how's it going, my friend? Glad you all can make it in here tonight. Dwayne's Fork and Spoon, nice to see you. Kyle Stevens. Kyle, how'd you make out with Yankee Dabbler? I hope everything went well for you. If it did, please let me know and I will get in touch with them. Who else we got? Thought I saw someone else in here. No, I guess not. Let's go down the other way. Somebody just texted me, I think. Let me make sure. Can you guys all hear me? Yeah, I guess, let's see. Nobody. All right. Let's see who else we got. Joe Rada, thank you for showing up, my friend. Glad, appreciate it. Martin Searsmore, nice to see you, buddy. Steve 87, PS8P, glad you can make it in tonight. All right. BNSFCS6 Bob, how's it going, my friend? Glad you can make it in tonight. Dwight Curley, how's it going, buddy? Glad you can make it in tonight. And Norman Rowe, glad to see you tonight. Derek Alexander, how's it going? And I think I reached the bottom. CP368, how's it going, buddy? Glad you can make it in there tonight. All right, I think I said hello to all my friends and family, all my YouTube family. So let me say hello. Let me say thank you to a few people here. And we'll start off with this here. And we'll start with Mr. Jim Veronico, Bugs Moran, Ron Moen, Dustin Zenscale, Brian Page, Joe Rader, Chris Mitchell, Robert Young, Dave BNSF, Grandpa Rails, Mark Arnold, and Ken Amos Jr. Thank you so much, guys. I do appreciate that. And now let me get on to last week's Super Chats. Last week's Super Chats, we have Kevin Brown, George FL Railroading, and Grandpa Rails 2 times. And also from Cash.me, I got another contribution from Jim Veronico. Tomorrow's video is what you see behind me in the picture behind me. I'm going to show you how I got to that point. Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Norman Rowe. Appreciate that, buddy. Race fan, how's it going, my friend? Glad you can make it in. Yeah, so I was saying tomorrow's video is going to be quite long. It's going to be a premiere video, only because it is over 30 minutes, and I thought I'd be part of that video with you guys so I can explain, or if you guys have questions on what I did. But you can see the overpass looks really, really good. Let me show you that for a minute here. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Hey! And there's another one that's already done, and I got to do one more. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and maybe that'll tease you to watch tomorrow's video. There you go. All right. Let me show you a couple of things that I picked up in the last couple of weeks. I was on eBay, and I don't remember what I was looking for, but I ran across these, and it's the very first one that I've ever seen a modern one of these. So let me get you down to the camera. Let me show you what's going on. We get closer. Oops. There we go. I rearranged this whole room. So I'm actually diagonally across from where I used to be. Thank you for Mr. Dave Schenkel, who helped me out. Anyhow, as I was saying, I picked up this guy. It's the first modern McDonald's I've seen anywhere. It was a pretty good price. It was like $29. But the only thing is, I'm kind of sad that there's no glazing in here. Also, I picked up this Wendy's. Now these, why am I showing you these? Because these are going to be part of the second deck cleanup. Part of it has a street, a road, Grand Avenue, that has a bunch of restaurants and gas stations along that road. So that's what I'm going to be replicating. And I don't remember if it had a Wendy's or not, but I figure what the heck. Let's see. F&B Railroad, how's it going, buddy? Glad you can make it in tonight. I got these from a vendor on eBay called Hobby for Less. Now he's got HO size also, and if you guys are interested, check him out. I mean, I just ran across him. Like I said, it's the first time I've ever seen a modern McDonald's, because the only ones I've ever seen are the one with the big arch that goes through it and all of that, and I really didn't want to get that. Anyhow, we're going to chit chat here for a while before we get on to my subject. Now, my subject is going to be, again, for the upper part of for the second level. One of the towns that's going to be up there is called Wickenburg, and I am modeling the old town Wickenburg. And the buildings I'm going to be showing you guys are all 3D printed by John Tanzillo. And he did this with me quite a while ago. But anyhow, I want to take this guy and make him look like that guy. Now, these are 3 of the 7 with these extra little pieces of trim on here. So tonight I'm going to show you how much work it is to get these all painted up and to come up with a thing like this. Now, all these buildings in Old Town Wickenburg are pretty whimsical as far as their colors go. So that's why I wanted to do it. Anyhow, that'll be in part 2. So I'm going to wait for John to get here before we do anything. Mystic. Is John Mystic here? James Young. How's it going, my friend? Dundas Junction. James, how's it going, my friend? There's a few other people that came in I saw. Grace Fan, I said hello to. Mystic Railroad, how's it going, John? Nice to see you in here, buddy. All right. So let me get back to here so you guys can see my ugly mug. Now, you guys watched me do the interview with Pedro Spicer a couple of weeks ago. And ever since then, I've been asking for other people to join in on my live show. And I think all of you are a bunch of chickens, actually. Nobody wants to join in. I don't understand why. So I have a couple of people I'm working with, but they have not given me any replies yet. And so we'll have to see what happens. Joe Radar is just telling everybody there's a couple of you guys digging into my old videos like 2015. I appreciate that. Man, that's pretty cool. Low Country, how's it going, Dave? Nice to see you in here. Anyhow, I've been working really, really hard on my layout. I want to see how much I can get done in training room number 1 before the first. I'm in training room number 2 before the first of the year, because I still have training room number 1 to work on to get it presentable for people to look at. I mean, it's okay right now, but it needs ground cover. It's still plywood prairie, and on most of it where my yard is all plywood prairie. John Canofo, how's it going, my friend? Ryan Ironhorse, nice to see you in here, buddy. So I want to get this room number 2 pretty much under control before the first of the year, and then I can move on to training room number 1. It's got a lot of stuff done to it, but it still needs some stuff. So we'll be working on that. I finished tomorrow's video. I explained to you that I did finish the lower level as far as I want to go with it right now. There is no lighting down there yet. That's coming up in other videos. But right now, all the terrain is pretty much covered. All the roads are pretty much covered. And you can see behind me, the overpasses are pretty much done also. I have one more to build. Hello, Mr. High Plains. How's it going, my friend? Man, we got Pappy in the house tonight. Very cool. And George, how's it going, George? So anyhow, like I was saying, I think we have a couple of people that are afraid to be on my show. There's really nothing to it. Pedro had a lot of fun. In fact, if you watch his last video, he said he had a lot of fun on it. So you guys, whoever wants to do it, let me know. Be in my Patrick Halsey. How's it going, my friend? And who's Mark? I don't know. It's John Tanzillo. Yeah, I don't worry about that. All right. So I don't want to start the project before John Dilly gets here, so he can keep an eye on the chat for me. But yeah, so hope you guys are enjoying this video. I mean, I am reacting to you guys' responses to my videos, and the more reaction I get to my videos, it gives me more, how should I say, more willpower to continue doing videos and upgrading my layout and this and that and the other thing. I do appreciate it, because otherwise the layout was just sitting here and it wasn't really doing anything. And like I said, I hadn't run a train for a year. Finally got to run one, and it was a lot of fun. So I am going to continue on that until we get it pretty much compatible for people to see. All right, so now if you guys don't know, I live here in Phoenix. A lot of you guys that don't know that I live here in Phoenix, and BNSF is on one side of town and UP is on the other side of town. So I live closer to the BNSF line, and I do like BNSF. That's why I decided to model it. The line that I model is called the P-Vine Sub, and it is 195 miles in length, and it goes north and south, but BNSF calls it east and west. And the only reason for that is because when it gets to the final destination in the northern part of the subdivision, it can only go east. So that's where they call it east and west. But anyhow, it connects to the BNSF Transcontinental up at Williams, and that's what I model. So I model from Phoenix to Williams, 195 miles in 2 rooms, and really, really condensed. I can tell you that right now. So anyhow, I know, let's see, it's 6:13, so it's 5:13 in California. I got to get used to the time change now. You know, now it's totally different. I used to start my show at 5 o'clock. Now I start at 6 o'clock. Let's see, who else we got in here? Did I miss anyone? So anyhow, to do what I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to be using this Tamiya masking tape. And of course, we're going to need a knife with a brand new blade in it. And I think that's about it. Also, I did sand down most of these guys, so you can see the color variation in there, just to get rid of some of the roughness from the 3D printing. Otherwise, it's good. And I do have the doors and windows. John did give those to me. So I will be slowly getting this town together. These ones are pretty easy because the trim panels are spaced pretty far apart. But I have another one in there that they're really, really close. They're even closer than the thickness of that tape. So there's a lot of cutting involved in those. Who else we got in here? I do High Plains Drift. I do N scale. I started way back in the day, 1980, I think it was, with HO. But at the time, I was having some conflictions with, number one, having a baby, number two, getting rid of my hot rod. And so my hobby had to be changed. And I went to HO first, but I found out real quick that I couldn't do a lot with HO in the room that it had. So I switched to N scale. And I've been doing N scale for about 30 years now. So I hope that answers your questions, Mr. High Plains Drifter. Any other questions for me about my layout? And I think Mr. John is here. I don't see his picture up there, though. There he is. All right. I love Tamiya products. I think you were the one who told me, is that the, Steve, is that the white masking tape? Where is it? Is it that stuff? Because I think you gave me this. I think you gave me this information a while ago, and I went ahead and ordered this right after you told me. I think you're the one. The godfather of N scale? I don't think so. But the reason why I'm not using that white tape is because there would actually be a lot more cutting. Well, that's cool. Well, you know, I've been struggling, as you guys know, I've been struggling with my hands because of my age, number one, and I got problems going on with duplicate contractus and trigger finger, and I don't have arthritis, and I don't have as much strength in my fingers as I used to, so I had to lay off of the scratch building for a while. Let me bring my buddy up here, and we'll see how it's going. Hello, Mr. John.
Hey, Vinny. Hey, everybody.
Hey, I like the shirt.
Yeah. Got a nice train on it, doesn't it?
Yeah. How's it going, John?
Pretty good. Yeah. Commute could
Oh,
be
okay.
better.
I didn't know. I didn't know if that was you or not, but I know somebody told me about this white tape once before, and I don't remember who it was. It was about a year ago, probably, and I don't remember what happened this morning. So, anyhow, John, I was telling everybody that tomorrow's video is what you see behind me in my picture.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you how I got to all of that right there.
Oh,
Doesn't that
nice.
look cool?
Yes.
And there's another one when it comes out of train room number 1 and goes into train room number 2. There's an overpass there. Then there's this one, and there'll be one more after this. I still have to build.
Oh, cool.
So I'm thinking of them as kind of like a scenic break.
Yeah.
Because it goes from where the train comes into train room number 2, which is the first one, and it goes that whole length of the table, which used to be the lumber facilities, and it goes to this bridge, which is 8 feet away, so that kind of gives it a scenic break right there.
Yeah.
And then it goes another 8 feet before the next overpass, so that kind of gives that a scenic break also.
Right.
So I think it's gonna look pretty good. I mean, the picture does justice, but being here and seeing it in person is really, really cool.
Yeah.
So tonight, my project is going to be to get, well, let me get down to the other camera so you can see it, is to get these guys to look like this guy.
Yeah.
These are the buildings that are up in Wickenburg. And we are going to be starting on the video you're going to see tomorrow is kind of like the, I'm not going to call it the end, but it's the part where I'm going to leave it as is right now because all the roads are done, the overpasses are done, and most of the scenery is done. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Lighting will come later.
Right.
Like you see, Mr. Kevin from SF Breton. How's it going, my friend? All right. Raymond Anthony 127. How's it going, buddy? Glad to see you in there. Ray 27, 127.
Raymond.
Anyhow,
Yeah.
he's been around for a while, right?
Yep.
Anyhow, I went through my thank yous already, and I want to thank you as long as you're here. I want to thank you for your 2 super chats, one from last week and one from the video of 2 weeks ago. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. One thing I want to let you know on your videos, YouTube, remember how they used to have that thanks with the heart on it?
Yeah.
Okay, when you go to your videos now and it comes up, you'll see a thing with 3 dots on it. You got to click on that to find that thank you window.
I noticed that.
I discovered that. I found that out last week. I didn't know they'd done that.
And I was looking at it and I was saying to myself, where did that go? I said, because I went to my analytics and I still have it on, but I didn't see it in there. Then I went and clicked on the 3 dots. And oh, there it is. So you guys, John brought up a good point. If you guys want to donate during one of my videos, there's what they call a super thanks. And you have to click on the 3 dots and you'll see the super thanks. And then you click on that and then it'll ask you how much you want to donate. The color on my camera is not that good tonight.
You look a little washed out there, Vinny.
Look a little washed out, right?
Yeah, you're kind of pale. Are you feeling well?
Wait a minute, I'll fix that. Hold on a second. Let's see, we'll do this one. No, we'll do this one. Let's see if I can fix that. No, not that one. There you go. How's that?
That looks a little bit better.
I tell you this.
Yeah, you got color to you now.
Yeah, I look alive, right? Oh God. So one of the people I was talking to don't want to get on my show. He's here tonight, and I'm going to embarrass him just to see if he. I don't want to do that. I won't do that. I'll wait for him to say he wants to be on the show. Now I look like me. I don't know what it is with the OBS. It's like I can never get the green screen perfect.
Yeah.
I can never get it perfect. I don't know why. It's always got this little fuzzy thing going on, and I try and get it out. Like if I move in a certain way,
yeah,
And it's not doing it now. Of course, they're going to make a liar out of me.
Oh, of course.
And then Martin Sismore says, Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Anyhow, I was saying that tomorrow's video is going to be a premiere because it's, I think it's 32 minutes long. And so I go over the, I even got some sound effects in there.
Oh, really?
I do a helicopter flyover, and you can hear the helicopter in the background. So, yeah, so I'm looking forward to, like I said, the lower deck in room 2 is good enough for somebody to come by and look at it and see pretty much all the details and stuff that I have in there.
Yeah.
Mitchell, how's it going, buddy? Glad you can make it in tonight. All right, so I am going to switch down to the other camera. And, is that Norman?
Norman says, you guys should get the beauty apps to enhance your faces like the girls on TikTok.
Oh, you mean get one of them funky faces?
I don't know. I don't do anything. I don't do TikTok.
I don't do TikTok either. In fact, I'm trying to stop on the Facebook too because I'll tell you, it's just getting too crazy. Anyhow, let's get down to the camera.
All
So
right.
workbench, and you see the blue and gray. That's the one I just finished about a week ago. Let me see if I can do this like this. No, this one. I guess that's okay right there. All right, so it's a lot of work. I already did sand down a lot of the trim pieces. It's funny because I was telling everybody that this one here is one of the easier ones to do, along with this one, because the space is a lot in between here. But I have one in there that's got spaces that I would say 1/4 of this, so it's not even the width of the tape. So I have to put it in there, and I have to do a lot of cutting on that one. So I picked these two tonight because they're fairly easy, and I can get them done tonight. I won't get them painted tonight, but I'll get them all taped off and ready for paint. So please keep an eye on the chat for me while I do this, John, and we'll get going.
All right.
All right, so basically, I'm just going to take tape, and we're going to cut it off. And I overlap a lot of stuff, and then I'll just cut it with the knife. I push it down with my fingernails. It gives me a nice tight joint. And then what I'll do is I take my knife and I'll just cut it right along the seam right here. Sorry I'm so quiet, guys. Kind of concentrating on what I'm doing here.
Okay, see you later, George. Have a good evening. Thanks for stopping by.
Who is that, George FL?
Yeah, he has to head out.
Yeah. I got to redo that piece. I didn't like the way it was coming out.
Mystic says, Vinny, I hit the like, felt the shock, and then just like you, the color came back to my face.
All right, so get that down nice and tight. Get that down nice and tight. And put him over there. And then we'll take my knife and we'll cut along here. And then we'll cut along here.
Holy crap.
What's up?
Steve 87 says, oh man, 44 center beam flat cars now. I think I'm done with them. That's quite the collection. That's more of those than I have cabooses.
And it's funny, I was just looking for center beams just a couple of weeks ago. And Mr. Dave BNSF struck up a deal with me.
Yeah.
And I traded some auto racks for some center beams.
Yeah. Yeah, Dave's saying, he goes, wow, Steve, I only have 28.
And you guys see, the most important thing is right now what I'm doing is I'm pushing this down with my nails to get a real tight fit. So when I cut it, it cuts and it just covers that piece of trim. I'm calling it a trim. I don't know what it is, really. Let's see. We need to go here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they call those.
And we need to go here. And we need to go here.
James says he's got finally over 50 road railers now for the train he was trying to build.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Raymond's saying he's going to be making a video soon. It's his first one in years.
Oh, yeah. Raymond 127?
Yeah.
That's cool. I'll be looking for it. This is very tedious work, guys. You've got to have a lot of patience when you do this. Otherwise, you will mess up.
Oh, yeah. Chris Mitchell says that's called batten, those strips.
What are they called?
Batten.
Batten?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, James says he's going to have a video of his road railers soon.
That's cool. Is that James Galton?
James Young.
Oh, James Young.
Yep.
You guys can see what I have so far. And we're going to continue on this little corner piece right here.
Hey, New Haven Rails. How you doing?
Is New Haven N-Scale or New Haven? Raymond Anthony. I see New Haven Rails. That's Ron. How's it going, bud?
Yeah, he just said he's just started inventorying his rolling stock, and it may take a while.
Yeah. I don't have really that much rolling stock.
I think I probably have more than I realize I do. Kevin in SF for Ton says he's going to have a video coming out soon. No trains running. Still waiting on a new power supply. The old one died.
Uh-oh. All right, so now I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut this. And this. And this. Talking to myself.
Are you getting the right answers?
Hell no.
I think you get into trouble when you start arguing with yourself.
Yeah, that's the problem, because I'm saying to myself, am I doing this right? And one part of me saying, yeah, you're doing it right. And the other part saying, no, you're not. So now we have this corner taken care of. I'm going to go ahead and cover this piece in the middle here. You know what? I'm doing this wrong.
Supposed to be doing it the opposite way?
Yeah, I'm supposed to do it the opposite way. I get all confused. My old age is catching up on me.
Hey, were you very vocal when you were working on cars? Were you talking to the parts to come off and all that stuff?
Yeah, I used to yell at them all the time.
Because I know when I get underneath my car and I got to talk it into coming off or going back on or whatever,
I don't know what I was thinking.
I use some very colorful words sometimes.
Did you really?
Oh, yeah.
I like using colorful words. I was wondering why this is taking me so long.
Yeah. Hey, you should have had it all done by now, huh?
Yeah, really.
Holy cow.
What's that?
Frank Neer says, I'm over 1,200 pieces of rolling stock last time I counted.
Wow.
Not sure how that happened. Kevin Brown says, that's a lot of masking work. Wouldn't it be easier just to hand paint the strips?
I would do that, but I would still have to mask it because my hands are not steady at all. I cannot hold the brush. You can see my hand shaking right there. I cannot
Yeah.
hold the brush straight, so I have to do it this way. And I mean, yeah, I agree that's a lot of taping to do, but when you use a rattle can, the paint, I mean, it looks great after you use a rattle can on it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do all the big pieces right now, and then I'll get to the little pieces just to show you guys.
Hey, cool, Tim. You found those wire strippers. Four and 6 letter words, Ralph? Yeah, probably some, maybe even longer ones.
What's that?
Ralph, he's talking about the colorful language.
Oh.
He said 4 and 6 letter words, LOL. And I don't know, maybe a little bit longer ones, some of them. Kevin Brown said his dad always said you had to learn to talk to machinery.
You have to talk to machinery?
Yeah, to get it to, come on, let's go. Coax
Well,
it
I do that
along.
when I was working on my Beamers. I used to do that all the time. Come on, you son of a...
Okay, Jack says, I think he's kind of issuing a challenge, maybe. Okay,
Okay.
I'll post your rolling stock, all your rolling stock and engines that you have.
Oh, come on, man.
That might take a while.
Yeah, really.
Kevin at SF Ratone says, I did talk to the car, and often other people wondered who I was talking to.
Yeah, well, like I said, as long as you don't get answers, you're okay.
Right. James Young says he's got like 12 or 1,300 also. That's a lot of stuff.
I don't even think I have 200.
Mystic says he's got 7 locos and 50 rolling stock. Chris Mitchell has over 1,000. He says 1,023.
Jeez.
Dave BNSF says he's got 1,000 or around 1,000.
I can believe Dave.
Jack says 15 locomotives he thinks and around 100 cars. Only 4 locomotives and 50 cars are in service.
Well, I know for a fact that I have at least 30 locomotives.
Yeah, I got to be close to 20 or so.
As far as rolling stock goes, I don't know. I know it's not that much.
Rolling stock, I would say I probably have 200 or so, maybe, but not those big numbers like James and.
Yeah, I think I'm about the same as you. I think 150 to 200 pieces of rolling stock.
Hey, Randall, how you doing? Be safe going home.
This up here is the hardest part to do because it's so small and you got to take your time to get it because you want
right.
pretty much just the trim pieces to get painted, nothing else. And like you see on here, it took me a while to do that, but it came out really nice.
Yeah, it did. Joe Rader says, I would have to take my shoes off to count cars, and it's too cold for that.
You guys is just too funny. All right, let's keep on going here. I'll only do the top half of these because to do around the windows and stuff is going to take a lot of extra time. So we'll just do, I'll just do all these big spots just to show you guys how all gets done.
So Kevin Brown says his layout is short of 100 cars on it with a couple dozen more in the future.
Oh, wow.
Whoa! James Young has over 400 locos.
Holy crap.
How do you keep them all rotating? You run a lot of, 4 or 5 locomotive consists? Man. Hey, Scott, how are you?
Is this Hillbilly, Scott?
Yeah,
How you doing, Scott?
Okay, Pappy, take care. Thanks for stopping by.
Who is that?
Pappy, he's got to take off.
Thanks, Pappy.
Hey, Hot Rod Rodney, how's it going?
Wow, I haven't seen him for a while. How's it going, Rodney?
Now, here we're all going on the opposite of this. Tim says he needs about 500 more locos and about 19,900 cars.
I tell you, I don't think anybody has got more rolling stock than the guy in is it Pennsylvania, Thresher? I forgot his name. Anybody. Roy Smith knows the guy really good, and so does a couple other guys. He's got something like 2,000 pieces of rolling stock.
Wow.
When you look at his yard, it's like totally full.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I wonder how many what John Tanzillo's is, because he's got all the passenger car trains and
Yep.
he's got his freight. His yards are full.
Yep.
Jack was saying if you don't have SD40-2s on your layout, something's wrong. Everybody has those.
Oh, I got about 8 of them. Oh, that's my favorite.
Yeah, I've got probably that 8 sounds about the right number that we have, maybe 10.
Yeah, the SD40s are my favorite locomotive.
Holy cow. Now, James Young's got a friend that's named Todd.
That's the guy.
That's the guy I'm talking about. He has over 28,000 cars, about 3,000 locos, and his yard holds 3,500 cars on the layout. And that's a friend of his.
That's the guy I was talking about.
Wow.
He's got an awesome layout. And like I said, he got a lot of stuff, not only on his layout, but he's got whatever. Thank you, Mr. Kevin Brown.
John Tanzillo says he has around 200 passenger cars.
Yep. How many locomotives does he have? All steam, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, he's got some diesel. John's got some diesel.
Yeah.
Anyhow, you guys, if you guys need any 3D printing, get in touch with John Tanzillo. Because he's actually done the train station for me that's here in Phoenix. You remember the one we went to visit?
Yeah.
Well, I got that on my layout that he did for me too. We did it at, I think it was 1/3 scale, because if we would have done it in full scale, it would have taken up that whole piece where my yard is. It would have taken up that whole length right there. All right, so this is what we got so far. You can see it. This here is all masked off. I'm not going to do the bottoms right now. I'm going to just go ahead and complete the top because this is taking a little bit longer than I thought it was.
John says he's got 92 diesels and around 30 steam.
Oh, wow. Now, I don't know what colors I'll paint these trim pieces. I don't know. Like I said, it's the town of Old Town Wickenburg is kind of whimsical with all these different colors on their buildings and stuff, and that's why I wanted to do it.
Yeah. Hey, Brian Iron Horse, how you doing? He's got a comment here. He says, any of you guys with hundreds of locos or thousands of cars need a new nephew?
That's funny. Now I will be painting these with rattle cans. The base color on these already, the red and tan on here have been done with our rattle cans. This is khaki, and I don't remember what color red that is. But the fun part is just choosing the different colors to do these pieces in. That's why you need to have a very sharp blade when you do this, guys, so it cuts nice and easy.
Dave BNSF says to Brian, move to Wisconsin. I'll help you out. LOL.
That'd be quite a change for Brian. Head from Mississippi to Wisconsin. Jeez Louise.
Yeah. I mean, I know you guys snow skiing, but that's only for short periods of time. So let's see. Dave at DES Media Production says he's got around 75 locos and about 2,000 rolling stock.
Wow. You would think for as long as I've been in this hobby, I would have quite a few pieces of rolling stock, but I don't. Like I said, when I was looking for center beams, I only had like 3 center beams.
Wow. Okay. James says if we look on his channel, you'll see a video of his new Athearn Big Boy running on Todd's layout, pulling 140 coal cars all by itself.
Wow. Huh. Well, I don't know if you guys heard the news yet, but Kato is coming out with a new run on the Big Boy.
Wow, so everybody's getting in on that game.
I guess. But yeah, so I mean, it's probably going to be upwards of $400.
Yeah.
You know, I would like if I was to get a steam locomotive, that would be the only steam locomotive that I would get.
Yeah. Let's see. Brian says he's got 5 locos, 26 rolling stock with 4 passenger cars.
There you go.
Ralph Greenwood says 2 locos and 35 rolling stock. John Knopfel says he has 6 locos. Rodney said him and his friend drove 5 hours to Blacksburg, Virginia today. She's got a rabbit show tomorrow.
Oh. What kind of show?
A rabbit show.
A rabbit show? Okay. What did it do in a rabbit show?
I don't know. Oh, James Young says he thinks it also has smoke on the Kato one.
Oh, on the one that's coming out?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be upwards about $350 to $400.
Yeah. Frank Neer says the Big Boy locomotive would certainly test your track work. Yeah.
Oh, well, for the challenge, somebody want to buy me the Big Boy? I'll test it.
David DES says most of his rolling stock is on the club layout that he belongs to.
Uh-huh. See, the big spaces go really quick.
Chris Mitchell says, duck season. Brian says, is he hunting them? Yeah. Dave BNSF says, Ralph, you need to work on that collection so you can do more car barn.
Ralph needs to get back on his layout. He's been sleeping on his layout. I know he's been busy doing other stuff, but just give him a little push, that he needs to get on his layout. All right, we're getting close here, guys. I'm going to do one more panel right here. And
hey, Artie, how you doing?
Who?
Artie. I didn't see him until just now. I don't know if he popped in before.
How's it going, Artie? I did not see him, so.
I like his comment, though. It says one doesn't have enough layout track for all of their rolling stock.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, he's on a lunch break. He just jumped in.
Oh.
Well, they're saying the BLI big boy will have smoke.
I had a bad experience with a steam locomotive. It was a gift from me from my ex-girlfriend and one of my other friends. They went in cahoots together, and it was I think it was a Bachmann. I don't remember. It was 482. I don't remember what it was, but anyhow, I wanted to play with it one day, and so I was backing it into my yard to pick up some cars, and I picked up the first cut of cars, and I pulled back out, and I wanted to back up into another track to pick up some more cars, and it wouldn't go. So I said, okay, it must be a dirty track or something like that. So I looked at the track, I cleaned the track, and I pushed the locomotive forward, I cleaned the track, started to back it up again, it don't go. So I can only see the fireman's side from where I'm standing. I can't see the engineer's side, right? So I picked the locomotive off the track, and I look, and all the freaking rods came off on the engineer's side. The main pin, the main screw broke. So I sent it back to Bachmann, and they didn't have the parts to fix it. I said, "Are you kidding me?" They didn't have the parts, so they replaced the locomotive for me. Gave me some other locomotive that I wound up selling anyhow.
Yeah.
And so that was my bad experience with a steam locomotive.
Well, Mystic John says you should give steam one more try.
I should give it one more try?
Yeah. Let's see. Steve 87 says he's got 32 locos, 358 cars, 10 passengers, and a Taldo train.
I know you guys get all this money to buy stuff.
Well, I sell a bunch of crap on Evil Base sometimes.
You didn't see what I purchased off the Evil Bay a couple of weeks ago. I'll show you here in a minute. You know that Morristown is pretty much gas stations and fast food restaurants, right, John?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. So you guys know how long it takes. Now I do this while I'm sitting down watching TV. That's when I do it. Anyhow, the entire top section is done now, and all I gotta do is the bottoms, and it'll be taken care of.
James Young says to buy a Cato steamer, you will not be disappointed.
I will have, I don't know, maybe somewhere along the line, because I do like steam locomotives, and I like to see one on my layout, even though it's not prototypical. But hey, so what? If you like something, you want to keep it on your layout, who's going to say anything? It's your layout, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So anyhow, let's see what John used. I lived 2.5 blocks from Brooklyn Locomotives. And I never even knew that they were there. But then again, it was like before I was getting into model trains and stuff like that, I still had my hot rod and stuff like that. So I really didn't know. But when I seen the address and it said McDonald Avenue, I said, gee whiz, that's right around the corner from where I used to live.
Frank Neer says the real trick is sneaking the locomotive past the wife. Well, Vinny and I don't have that problem.
No, I don't have that problem. I do not have that problem, and I don't think I want to have that problem anymore either. I did have a little bit of sad news this week. My sister told me that her husband passed away. So we had a death in the family. But he's been sick for quite a while. He wasn't all there up here,
Yeah.
I don't know if it was dementia.
Alzheimer's.
It might have been Alzheimer's, but I don't know, because my sister's younger than me. She's 5 years younger than me, but I guess it don't make a difference on how old you are to get Alzheimer's. But yeah, so thank you, John. Yeah, so I would like to go to the funeral, but I just can't afford to fly right now, and I don't think I want to fly because I have to take that noisy oxygen maker with me because they won't allow bottles on the plane.
Right.
and I cannot see myself sitting next to someone for 4.5 hours with this thing buzzing, you know.
Yeah.
I said, no, I'm not going to do that to anybody, you know. Yeah. Well, you know, like I said, he has been sick for quite a while. I mean, when I was out there for my mom's funeral, which was like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, he wasn't doing very well at that time. So he's in a better place now, so it's okay, I guess. I just hope my
Yeah.
sister. I hope my sister's taking it okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to give her a call tomorrow. Let's see. I'm ready for easy. Yeah, well, come on down, John. I'll give you a place to stay for a night or two. Oh boy. So, guys, don't forget, tomorrow, regular time, there'll be a premiere video. It'll be about 30 minutes long. And I know you guys probably will say, oh, 30 minutes, that's too long. But I show you how I do my roads. I show you how I do the overpasses. I show all of that stuff. So I'm hoping that you guys will turn out and watch it. And don't forget, you can do the super thanks on there if you want. That would help. And, you know, Christmas is coming up here pretty soon. And things are not looking too good.
Yeah, I'm going to be up in Oregon in a couple of weeks.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I'm going to visit my daughter. So,
Oh, you have one daughter on one side of the country and one daughter on the other side of the country.
yeah, everybody's on this side. She's up in Oregon now. So,
Well, don't you have one that's in Virginia?
no, that's my sister.
Oh, your sister. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
3 weeks. 3 weeks. 1, 2. Yeah, 3 weeks. I'll be riding the Christmas train on December 9th.
How much time vacation do you got?
I get 4 weeks.
That's what I thought. So I'm saying you're always taking this time off and you're going places. So how, you know?
I use some of it for my VA appointments, so I don't. So actually, when I do that, I use that for my doctor's appointments. I get paid more money than I would have if I was at work. So that works good.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the VA to make their decision now.
Yeah,
it's in the evidence gathering stage right now. It said evidence gathering, review, and decision. So we'll see what happens. How long it's going to take? It's today. Let's see. I started. It said September, but I actually know I started in June. But September 18 to October 18 to today is 2 months. So, well, 3 months, 2 months. And I watched a lot of videos on that to see, you know, how long does it take? One guy says, oh, it could take like 2 weeks. Another guy says it could take months and months and months, you know. So I just have to sit and wait and see what goes on.
James Galton, I'm jealous. He gets 52 weeks vacation. He's retired, like you.
Hey, I got the same thing. I got 52 weeks vacation too. Oh God.
Yeah. See, Joe Rayer says he's got 52 weeks vacation too, just no money to go anywhere.
that's the whole problem, you know.
I hear
Jeff?
that, Tim.
Hello, Jeff, the railroad enthusiast. How's it going, bud? I'm glad you can make it in tonight, but you're kind of short, though, because we're going to be closing up here in a couple minutes. You know, I hate this time of the year because I have to eat a whole bunch later than I would if we were during the summer hours.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because, you know, in the summer hours, I start at 5 and finish at 6. So I could eat at 6 o'clock. There's no problem. But now I finish at 8 or 7, whatever it is. So now I have to sit down and figure out, okay, what am I going to eat? What's going to be the fastest thing for me to eat right now, you know?
Right.
Jack has 3 vacation left. I got 3 vacation left. 3 days or 3 weeks? Jack? Well, Jack said be right back.
Oh, he's probably at work.
I thought he worked the day shift. I didn't know he worked the
No,
night shift.
he got switched to swing shift.
Oh. All right, Mark. Take care. Thanks for coming in, buddy. I appreciate it.
So Artie says he's off until April next year. Next operation is on February 16th on his right hand.
Oh, boy.
Wow. I hope that all comes out good.
Yeah, so do I, James.
Good night. Good night, Mark.
Let's see. Mystic says, if I get through tomorrow without getting fired, I'll have a week's vacation next week. Why are you going to get fired, bud? All right. Anyhow, guys, I appreciate you all showing up here. I appreciate the super chats for tonight. And we'll talk to you tomorrow, I guess.
Kevin Brown says Deb was wondering how your new grandson's doing.
He's doing good. He's getting bigger and heavier. And he's I'll tell you, he doesn't like to be held like a baby. He likes to stand up. So when I have him on my lap, he wants. So I grab him by his hands, and he lifts himself up. 4 months old. He's pretty strong for 4 months old.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like his papa. He's gonna be a big boy. My son-in-law is He's a big boy. He's like 6'1".
Oh yeah.
Probably over 200 pounds. So he's a big boy.
Good night, Digger. Good night, Chris.
Right,
good night, everybody.
We'll talk to you guys later. Appreciate you all being here, and hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow on my premiere video. Bye for now.